Hey loves, so welcome back. I did promise you guys a highlighting and contouring video, so that is what I'm going to do today. This is definitely my highlighting and contouring video, which just means that I don't do anything super dramatic, and I also have to be conscious of the fact that I have this much fabric around my head, which just means that, as you'll see, I'll tell you sort of in lines with that, I just don't want sort of stuff all over the place. I'd like it to stay clean and what have you. So, I guess this will be suitable for if you've seen my highlighting and contouring and you like that, if you wear the hijab, or if you just like something a little bit less dramatic. But yeah, let's just get into it. So I have normal to combination skin, which means like as long as I'm moisturizing my skin, most of it is pretty good, doesn't have any issues. And the combo part comes in the fact that like I do get some oil in my T-zone. So I do like to highlight with a cream product. This is the concealer, so this is the Mineralized concealer from MAC. And yeah, that's where I start with. In terms of, I would then, because I like the dewy finish, right, you would think I'd go back in with a cream to contour. But again, because I'm contouring near my veil, I found that with creams it just gets messy. And also I haven't found a cream that I like that doesn't have too much orange in it. So I'm rambling and I'm hoping this makes sense, but we'll highlight with a concealer or like a prep and prime from MAC, just something creamy to get that dewiness in our shine. And yeah, it's just also like I don't want to have a bunch of additional products, so I can use this as a concealer, but I can also use this as a highlighter. So I start by putting it under my eyes. If I'm going full out highlighting mode, I'll start by putting it under my eyes in like this little bit of a, like an upside down triangle shape. And you do have to be careful to not go overboard with it, because if you do, like if you put too much product, you will end up with a lot of creasing. Like it'll just look, there'll be lines and it'll look cakey almost. So I found that especially when I'm wearing a full coverage foundation, like the one that's on my face today that I'm testing out for you guys, I'll link that review. That review should have gone up earlier this week, so I'll link it down below. But especially with full coverage, because there's already a layer of product there, you definitely don't want to go too thick with the product that you're using as a highlighter. And this is my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. I talk about it along with all the other brushes that I love in my Makeup Brushes 101 video, which will be down below. But yeah, I just like it because it's nice and soft and it helps me blend really well. So that's all you want to do really in this area, is just blend it out. And in terms of figuring out what color you want to use for your highlights, so it again depends on how drastic of a highlight you want. They usually recommend for like a highlight that you want to go 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone to really get that highlighting effect. This definitely isn't 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. And it's just because, I don't know, I like this look. I like it to be a little bit subtle. But definitely the lighter you go, definitely don't go too light, right? But the lighter you go, the more dramatic of a highlight you're going to see, right? So just something to keep in mind. And with places like MAC, it's nice because you have makeup artists that know what they're doing and are able to help you out and try things out. They do work on commission though at MAC, so I felt myself more pressured to buy things at a MAC store or MAC counter than I have at Sephora, whereas at Sephora they'll help you out, they'll give you samples, at least in my experience, and they won't really pressure you to buy if you're not ready. So if you are still looking and are not sure and don't want to deal with that pressure, maybe try starting with Sephora to get some samples on concealers or highlighters or what have you. But yeah, I usually keep it at this. I don't go much more than this, but again, if it's a super special occasion, I really want to go all out, I can highlight sort of the sides of my nose, and again, just taking off all that excess. So the sides of my nose here, and then up here. And I did that wrong. Hold on. That's wrong. We're gonna move this color to the middle of the nose because we're gonna contour the sides of the nose. See how often I do this? Yeah. I'm gonna work it out, it'll be fine. I'll show you what I mean. So just up the top, right, like this, and you just want to blend that all in. And so what I mean about there being different products, so you can use concealers, obviously. You can use a highlighter pencil. So I know like L'Oreal does one. Okay, so we're going to try to fix this. So we're going to move this over the middle. See if that works. So you want to highlight the bone on the middle of the nose. The sides will contour. We'll fix that with some bronzer in a second. Yeah, so there are pencils that everyone does, including the drugstore. I think L'Oreal makes a nice one. Cream products, again, you have your MAC one. YSL does a very expensive one. But there's just a different... Basically, you just want to bring light to those parts of the face. Okay, we're going to get through videos this week. I am a mess, but it's going to be fine. To contour, like I said, I use a powder. So I use my NARS Guy Bourdin palette just to get my Laguna bronzer, which they sell in all kinds of different palettes, but it's just this guy. They sell on its own, they sell in duos, they sell in these special edition palettes. And I like this. I've tried the Chanel cream bronzer. I've tried the Chanel, like the compact that you're going to see, like Le Beige de Chanel, the one that I use as a powder. I work with that one a lot of the time in the bronzer, so in like the 40, I think. What else have I tried out? I think that's it. I found that they all pull the little orange on me, and I like Laguna because I can't see that orange. It's just a lot of gray, so, or what I think is gray. So I take my 168 from MAC, which is also in that makeup brush video. And so if you don't have a veil, you want to start by your ear and then bring it down, but I'm wearing my veil, so I start, and not because, like, someone asked me if I do my makeup without my veil on or with my veil on. I do it with my veil on because my veil is going to be on all day, and so I want my makeup to look and be blended in the way that's going to show up. Like, there's no point in me doing it underneath or before my makeup and then that line's just not going to show up. So also, if I put my veil on after, it smudges stuff, so this is just the way I do it. I'll start here, but you guys start by your ear if you don't wear a veil. And you want to, what I do is I'll like bring in sort of the line, like I'll pat it down near the top, like third. I hope this is making sense. And then blend up. So I, again, like to blend it all the way up, like and around. You can just stop here if you'd prefer. But this is the way I like to sort of blend it out. And, yeah. And I do, again, then take a brush and blend out my entire face. So even if these lines look a little bit harsh, they're going to get blended all the way. Same thing on the other side. And I like this brush because of its shape. It does really help me grip to that. Oh, that's not blended. Good stuff. Grip to that, what do you call it, cheekbone. I know NARS makes a brush called the Ita brush, which I have been trying to get my hands on, but they're redoing their brush line, and they haven't, like, I've called a bunch of different counters and what have you, and they said that they're not coming back out until April, when they've done whatever they need to finish reformatting. So I will try that one out probably when it comes out. Let you guys know, because everyone just loves that one. But I really like this one. It's nice and fluffy. It gives me light application. Does what I need. I'm just highlighting my jawbone a little bit, just creating a bit of a shadow. That's what we're doing with contouring, right? Like trying to sink in certain areas and then lift the other areas when we highlight. I'm making 0 sense today. Contouring is used to help sink certain features back in the face while highlighting pushes certain ones out, right? So we want to sort of bring light up here. We want to push those cheekbones in so you have that nice sunken cheekbone effect. And again, so we're going to contour the sides of the nose to like make it look a little bit slimmer. Again, this is not something I do very often, the nose. But especially because I wear glasses, I feel like it rubs off. But yeah, that's that. And then I do powder everything in place just to help it stay so that work doesn't really go anywhere. And we've spent all this time working on highlighting and contouring, so I'm not going to just use one color and just sort of undo a lot of the work we just did. So I take my MAC Prep and Prime, which is just a white translucent powder, on a Real Techniques setting brush to set my under eye area. and I just sort of pat it in. Some people don't like to set their under eye area every day. They say it increases sort of those fine lines and all that kind of stuff underneath the eye. I don't know if that's true, but in an effort to sort of work around that, I just spend my time and go really gently in that area, and I try not to go all the way up underneath my eye, because that's where I do find that I have the most lines, so I try to stay sort of lower and what have you. And then I'll take, because we said we want to sort of emphasize the highlights, right, so I'll take that same powder everywhere we did some highlighting, so down the front of the nose and up the bridge of the face. We can take it up there. And that's that. And then if I'm being lazy, I just use the same brush to do my all over face powder. It just takes more time, but sometimes I don't feel like washing 2 brushes. So the time I save on my face, I waste on the other end. I'm making no sense today. This is awesome. This is great. Good stuff. Powder brush Real Techniques. This is my Les Beiges de Chanel in 20. Let's see, 20. But any powder will do. Do I find that this powder is worth all the hype that it got? No, probably not. But I love the smell of it, and I have it, spent the money on it. I don't dislike it. So I'm going to use it. But yeah, that's about it for my highlighting and contouring. I'm going to put some blush on and then show you what I mean with the blending it all in, just so you can get a full look. Let me grab some blush. Hold on. So this is one of my favorites, my Frankly Scarlet by MAC, on a 116 also by MAC. And this guy is beautiful, but you just have to be a little bit careful because it's so pigmented. So smile. So yeah, definitely not a blush for the faint of heart, but I will then take my 167 by MAC as well and just blend it all out so we don't have any harsh lines. You definitely don't have to use a blush this pigmented, but I'm trying, I don't know, trying to cheer myself up and hoping some bright blush will do that, but it's not blending as well as it usually does. The blush, not my face. But the one technique you can use obviously is to take your foundation brush and just sort of pat on some more foundation to tone down that color. But yeah, that's sort of my foundation or my highlighting and concealer routine. I think my blush isn't exactly even. Hold on, let's try to fix that. Where's my brush? But yeah, okay. So that's that. I'll probably just sort of finish the rest of my face so it doesn't look so unbalanced. but that's my routine. Let me know if that helped, or what you guys do, how you contour and highlight. And let's just leave you with 3 points of positivity because this video is already longer than I want it to be. So what should we do for today? Let's just try to bring out some Vegas memories for this week for my 3 points of positivity. So the first has got to be, I love mac and cheese like nobody's business. If I could only eat one meal for the rest of my life and I wouldn't get horribly sick, it would probably be mac and cheese. And when we were bowling at Brooklyn Bowl, that just recently opened in Vegas, I ordered some mac and cheese, which was amazing. I will I'll try to insert a picture in here so you guys can see what I mean. So good. I really love that. So that's definitely my first point of positivity. The second in that same vein was, I think that same day we also discovered the Purple Zebra, which I've told you about, that does like smoothies, not slushies. And after a really long hot day of walking around in the sun, it was just a perfect little treat. So that was that something, even now thinking back to it, is making me smile. And the third has probably got to be, there's so many to choose from, but the third has definitely got to be, I told you guys about those Ship of Magic books that I've been reading, and so I was banned from reading the third one because Alex told me that I couldn't do it. And it turns out the reason I couldn't do it was because she hadn't read the third one either, and one of her gifts that she got me for my birthday was a matching set of books, so we both have our book 3 now to read together at the same time and dig into. So that's definitely, as I've been reading last night and today, it's been making me smile. So yeah, those are my points of positivity. Let me know what's making you guys smile. And yeah, I'll leave you with that. Oh, we gotta put some lipstick on. Hold on. Can't tell you life's too short and then not have any lipstick on. Even though my lips are not happy after a week in the desert, they're so dry. Okay, my best lipstick application, sunglasses. That is it for me. Sending you tons of love, wishing you an amazing day, and just reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.